can start now. Can you unmute your mic, Miss Anna?
Absolutely. And first of all, I just want to say how thrilled and excited I am to be the part of World Women Leading Change, such a great organization with the initiative to support most talented, inspiring, and successful women from all over the world by bringing them together in this platform. And I want to make this session very valuable with personal branding. That's what I live for. And the difference that it's possible to make in the world, it's so inspiring. It gives me a lot of energy. And today I'm so happy and proud to bring you my former client and a dear friend, Ksenia Olbut from Cyprus, that we used to work together and we're still in touch. And by her success story and with things that we did implemented in her career, her business, I want to demonstrate what is possible in the world when you use the tools of personal branding to make a difference in your business, personal life, success, money, and just general happiness in life. I just show what I can, and this time basically share the best I know, how to play this game of personal branding and what to do about it. Great. Well, Ksenia, welcome. Welcome from Cyprus. Excited that you're here. And let's just start with first, I want you maybe to introduce yourself, and that will be the best way. And then we'll move back to personal branding and all the questions.
Yeah, hello to everyone. For me, it's a big honor to be in this place now. My name is Ksenia Olbut. I'm a psychologist. I'm life coach also. And I show mostly women how to live a successful life full of prosperity, full of abundance with inner light. And my example, I was born in the cold Siberia. I had my own business and I still have it. I used to be event director. I create different events and now I'm keen of psychology. This is my passion. This is my mission, to show the biggest prosperity inside and to show how big we are. With the help of our soul, with the help of our mind and body, we can reach the top. And my example is that I moved to Moscow, then from Moscow I moved to Cyprus, and now here I established my personal center, my spiritual center, and now I'm dealing with spiritual energy, with meditation. I'm trying to help as much as I can to contribute in people's hearts, people's life, whatever I can do. And with Anna, we have met 5 or 6 years ago, and for me it's the biggest event in my life, because Anna, she shows me how to use the power of personal brand, how I can expand my biggest work in all over the world, how I can do it with the help of personal brand, and what kind of tools I should start. I should find it inside myself, and this is the biggest change shift in my life. Thank you, Diana, because for me it was a great opportunity to reach the higher level in my life. Thank you very much.
Almost brings tears in my eyes, but it's very true that the difference is fundamental, because if we're talking about all strategy where you want to achieve something, it all starts with a decision when you're ready to make the change in your life, and then only after that you make some action steps in the right direction, and you achieve anything that you possibly want in your life, not only improving, but in surprising yourself with the possibilities. And it's very important that we were talking about personal brand, and I want to make it clear for like some ladies who do business that there is a big thing that is like important in the world is business brand, and how to separate your personality, your unique talents, your values, and share it to the right audience, to the people who really need your service, your ideas, and your unique self to connect with you. And then by collaboration, we can multiply our success. And of course, talking about the brand and personal brand, it's very true that anyone who ever achieved any success in life is someone who could stand out of the crowd, something who is visible in the world, that you have to be noticeable and different from someone who is doing the same thing. And the creating your personal brand allows you to show your best self to the world. And it actually influences every part of your life. And everything that you do, you're inspired to do better. So basically, you're creating a meaningful impression to the people that matter to you and the people that you meet online and offline. And now I'm so happy to be alive in this time when we all can connect through internet and see each other even when we're in different countries. And this impression can translate to your success in the business and basically every other aspects of life. So that's the first question to Ksenia, is when we kind of like go back in your life and career, because now you're very successful, one of the most inspiring motivational speakers on your part of the world. But back then, years ago, how your life was different. Did you have dreams as a little girl that one day you want to become someone, you want to be a beautiful, inspiring woman living your best life in a beautiful Cyprus and make a difference in other people's lives? So what difference, what happened between now and like back then when you were a little girl?
And before the question, I prepared our presentation. If you allow me, I can show you the difference, how I was and how I am now. So the ladies will see which kind of progress, how long was my past, because I had overweight. I was plus 20 kilos. I had red hair, short. I was a totally different person. And at that time, I was dreaming to move somewhere where it's very hot, because I love sun. I love friendly people. I love people when they smile. And for me, it was a goal to move somewhere where I can feel myself totally free. And now I find this place, and let me show. I will try, because I make a presentation. Just a minute. I will try to do that very fast. Not just a minute.
No,
like
absolutely.
that.
Yeah. Okay, great. Yeah, because it's also like the journey of life. It starts. Oh, fantastic. Great.
Yes. This is me, 2010 rush. I'm having my own business, and I'm trying to succeed, to be happy, to fix my relations. At that time, they were very unhappy. I felt very lonely. And you see how I have a despair in my eyes. Then 2011, I started to travel all over the world and looking for my spiritual gurus. Now you see my body, how it was big, massive, totally different. And then at that time, I start to think about establishing my personal brand, and I start to discover unique places all over the world. And now you see on this another file that I travel. It's in Bali, it's Egypt. I meditate inside Great Pyramid in Egypt. I had diving. This is, by the way, it's Times Square, Manhattan. Anna, you recognize that place?
Absolutely. Yes, that is the personal branding capital of the world for sure. Yeah, that's what it's to be. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow.
And then my teachers, this is Marilyn Atkins, Anthony Robbins, Donny Epstein, and some leaders who are very famous inside Europe. So I got a lot of my certificates. I have 3 diplomas. And then I start now. You see, this is my point B now, 2021. I'm the owner of Spiritual Center in Cyprus. I'm psychologist, as I told you. I arrange sacral trips, meditation. I find myself helping people to reach the maximum in their life. So that's it. Back to you. It was a small presentation.
Wow, this is so inspiring. It's a big transformation that happened to you and started with dreams, and then you did a lot of actions. And this is a very important step that the all journeys that all people have in common when they determine what they want in life and also their values. What is important to them? Their strength, things that they can do well and better, because there is a reason you chose this path, psychology and motivational speaking, as opposed to like accounting, business, and law, because there are many roads to success. But it's very important to like do something that makes your heart happy, something that I define feels like a play to you. It's not even effort, but it's very difficult for other people, and it feels like work for them. And these are two very important components that are necessary to success, because doing what you love and doing it well is great. It's very important, but also you want to think about your target audience, or about the people that needs your service. Something that you provide has a value, has something that people's lives can change. You make the difference in the world. And this is what people will praise you. They will pay you a lot of money because you exchange this value and energy. Because if you're doing something just as a hobby, it's not really the business. So you can do that. But if you combine your unique passions, values, something that you do very well, something that is important to you, and stay authentic to your true self, that's the way to get tremendous success. And literally the possibilities are limitless, because that is how the world will discover you, and that's how you will see yourself
And
visible.
you
Yes.
believe, to believe in yourself, and you should have a person who will guide you, who will show you the path, like you show me the path. So it's very important to have your mentor, to have your coach who will help you in a very difficult time, because sometimes time of transformation, it could be very hard, very complicated, because you should find inner power with that great transformation. And that's why it's very important to have a person who encourages you, who gives you the hand of help. For me, it was you, Anna.
Thank you so much, because my job is to see gold in people. Every person I meet, I know they have a great potential, and I know how to show their best self, because meeting Ksenia, I knew she's a very, very beautiful woman, and has a lot of talent, but it was not visible to the world when we go in through social media profiles. And I usually give the people my outlook and a view, and it is impossible to do that yourself, literally, because you have your eyes and you cannot see yourself without the mirror. With your eyes, you can see everything else. And sometimes, like the butterfly, she cannot see her wings, right? Because it's behind the back, but other people can. And this is very important to do. The first step is the evaluation or audit of your current personal brand, who you are right now and what impression you produce. Because a lot of people are shocked and surprised, working very hard, doing their best, and they're not getting any results, because the impression that they produce to the world is very, very, very different. They're not showing their professionalism, their qualities they offer, or they're trying to sell too hard without building a connection. It's not congruent with their deep values, being authentic. And as I always recommend everyone to do this work for themselves, just for the sake of knowing yourself better, because the more you know yourself, the easier for you to be clear about what you offer, what you can do best. And it's more clear for other people to see you. And that's how you really stand out. But the second part is also packaging your brand and promoting yourself, but in organic way. Because now it is a huge problem. I think we all know that a lot of businesses, they try to sell and use the marketing techniques, sometimes very aggressively. They do the cold calling, and what I experience personally, sometimes you want to move away from it more than towards it, because we're all tired of selling. But then how you can make money? So personal brand is not about promoting aggressively, it's about attracting. Is be who you are, your best self, and people will want, your people will want to work with you. They want to have relationship with you. They want to be friends with you, because your unique energy and your unique value is so clear to them. So there's basically there's no question. And the question to Ksenia from how we work, because when we did all the work, it was before on your social media, basically just you did some amazing photo shoots showing your best self, your beauty, and you were presenting your service and yourself to the world. What has changed in your practice before and after? How did you see the difference, how people were seeing you before and how they see you now? That's the question.
I can give a small example about the house. I moved to a new house. I rent the house. And before, 4 years ago, when I looking for the house, at that time I was wearing a sport costume, something casual, without makeup. So I came to the agent and started to talk to them. And they didn't pay any attention on me. And for me, it was a lot of efforts I had to do in order to push them to find the house for me. And now I also moved to a new house and I came totally different. I was wearing a costume, I had a makeup, so I present myself like I'm a very luxurious woman. So I want the best treatment, the best service. And for me, it was big gap how they treated me, the same people, how they treated me 4 years ago and how they treated me this nowadays. So for me, very ordinary example, but it shows the biggest impact of personal branding, because you have inside yourself the inner belief that you could deal with people the way how you want to be, how you want to be treated, and they just scanning you and they feel your inner energy, they feel how you reflected in this world. And also I start to work with other women, and they also told me that how I was before and how I worked them before. And now it's a big difference, because before I was just like a teacher, do this, do that, and you will get the result. Now with my personal example, the way how I live, the way how I achieve the result, how I change my own life, my relationship, my business life, and people they see and they just want this, they want to attract this happiness to themselves. And this is how personal branding works for me.
Absolutely. And that is the reason why I like to work with women from all over the world, because I truly believe that every woman deserves respect. Every woman is beautiful inside and out, and every woman deserves the best things in life. But sometimes we do not see our value. Sometimes women are so busy with some household things, or we do not appreciate ourselves. And that is why we're not, a lot of women not getting the results they want, or they're not treated well. And paying attention to your image is very important for women, because the first impression lasts literally seconds, and the people, when they see you being confident, being who you are, being beautiful, because a lot of women, all women want to be beautiful, but not all of them show that. in their, what clothes they wear. That is important. What style. Nobody would believe you're a successful businesswoman, the head of corporation, if you are sitting in a pajama with no makeup, and this is how you want to do your negotiation online, or when you are meeting in person and you are wearing like a sports clothes when you just came from yoga class, but it's not quite professional. But also you need to express your authentic self, and your authentic self, personally, Ksenia, is very beautiful, because who you are now and the way that you communicate, this is who you were born to be. That was that I could see that, and by adding this elements, by connecting your authentic self and using the tools, and so you can believe you know yourself well, and you present yourself that it's real. This is fundamental, brings total result, and people react. You get basically the feedback from the world, because trying to do that, basically faking that, trying to just mimic or monkey someone would never work. It has to be like some deeper work done. And that's how, when you have your personal brand like profile, it works as a filter that you attract to your world something that of a great value, but also equally important is to distract yourself and eliminate something that is not important. So that is also knowing what works for you, and this is how you work, who you want to communicate with, who you want to interact business with, right? So this is what I want to ask you, Ksenia, how important it is as a result of your work, because when I work with someone, I want them to benefit full life, and personal brand is not something static. You continue living your life, rebranding yourself as you are evolving, because you always know what something better maybe coming next in your life, and then you need to grow and present yourself. Occasionally, of course, you need to go back, do rebranding, we do it together, but then you have time on your own, then you have to do that. So Ksenia, what about for you? What work? Because we put the foundation. Of course, it's very important. Without the foundation, you cannot basically build anything. But next, what work you can do yourself after that? By what decisions you make every day? Because I know once you get some success, a lot of people want to talk to you, be friends with you, and like getting advantage of you, because that's what all successful people deal with, right? A lot of people asking them for money, resources, without giving anything in return. How do you deal with the decisions every day to maintain your brand, so it's not that you're not drawn back to that life that was 10 years ago?
Great question. Thank you, Anna. For me, first of all, it's about self-esteem. It's about self-love. So first of all, every day I say a big gratitude to myself, to my parents, to the world, and I'm sending the inner light in order to connect with something which is higher. For everyone, for someone is God, for someone is high energy. So I receive and I give my energy. So for me, it's recharging myself, recharging my batteries, recharging my soul. And also for me, it's everyday yoga, because for me, yoga and stretching, which is something very important, because it connects my soul, my body, and my mind, and it keeps me going, gives me a lot of energy, a lot of new charging my batteries. Then also what I do, I create my own network, because as you told before, as you said before, it's important to create your people who will support you, who will be with you, not that people who start to suck your energy, your blood, your money, your time, because time is very, very precious resource. And for me, I also pass the stage because when I start to rise, when they see my progress, people start to, please talk to me, give me your way of thinking about that. How could I resolve this problem? And what I realize, not possible to help, especially when you are in a higher stage, in a higher position in your life, when you are really, really professional. You cannot give your time for free, because people, they don't appreciate that. They don't appreciate your effort. So I understand that everything what I can give to my friends, to my close people, and people who will be my clients. So and of course, some parts of my time is for charity, but it's totally different just to give you advices for free. It's very, very important point to appreciate your efforts, to appreciate your time. And then what makes me keep going all the time, it's because I like photo shooting, as you noticed before. I like when people, they're taking care about me. I like different masks. I like to put cosmetic on myself. So this is some small things which make me feel happy every day. And of course, a lot of sun, a lot of activities, and my cats, I have cats, and they keep me going as well. I love them. This is my secret. Very simple, but they're very, very, for me, they bring me big results in my life.
Absolutely. As I always say, life is too short to not be the best possible version of yourself, right? So it all starts with knowing who you are, discovering, because a lot of people, they live their entire life not knowing what they're capable of, what they're worth. And as human beings, it's natural that we evolve. And some people choose not to, but they're not getting the great results. And I think then personal brand allows you to become who you are meant to be and let other people see you this way. And really great point, because I really incorporated that in my programs, to control your brand, because you control image, how people want to see you, and who is allowed in your circle to see you, because you cannot accept everyone. Exactly right. So a lot of people, the women here, they earned their power, their success. They worked very hard for that, and nobody is ready to give this up, to just because a lot of you attract so many with your success. So it's truly important to have your business and your life on your terms, so which is exchange of energy. You're giving a lot, you're getting a lot, and it's win-win-win. It's actually three wins. Both people who are involved in some business win, and then also the world wins, because your service, your business, everything you do makes a big difference for the humankind. You're making your retreat and your work benefits like with so many women. And when you have your personal brand and work is done, you become an authority. People come to you for advice, not always business advice, life advice, because people trust you. This is a very important component of personal branding, is the trust. Because this is the only way you can build lasting relationship for life, and that people will promote you, and you don't even have to do the marketing, because the happy clients, happy colleagues, people who do business partners, they will tell everyone in the world they know about how great you are, and they and they trust in you, will bring you millions of dollars, something that you would never buy with advertising, commercial, promoting yourself. Basically, that's what we were talking about, three components. It's knowing, like, and trust. People know who you are, they like you. Not everyone is going to like you, it's normal, but then people who like you, they will really, really like you and become your fan. And of course, you need to, there's measure your success, knowing the difference, documented with numbers. Success can be measured in money, in your income, in quality of your relationship, your friendships, your circle, with the quality of your life, with your health, which is really great that yoga works for you, because that's a part of your personal brand, doing yoga, because you also like to do that, and it's beneficial. For someone could be meditation. So everything that you do, is done without an effort, and people know yours authority. And like personal brand, the greatest thing is basically people know who you are and your value before you even have to introduce yourself, which is like truly great. And this way, whatever you do, there's no competition, because it's only one you in the world. Nobody can reduplicate it. And if you only do certain type of business, you have a lot of competition, because everyone is selling something. Everyone now is a coach, everyone is psychologist, so many people selling their similar services online. It's really hard to stand out, but once you do the work, it becomes very, very easy. And instead of looking for like opportunities and selling yourself to new clients and business partners, you create opportunities, you create jobs, you own your business, you own your creation. It is, in a way, it could be your baby, like your company. And people, by like making people want to work with you, that is probably the best benefit, because your opinion, everything you do and you say, is important. You become a thought leader. Even if you are in politics, you can make this like a big difference. Because the truth is, so many people work very, very hard, and they may have a talent, but there's always someone who is more intelligent, has more talent, someone who works very hard, work even harder. But with personal brand, there's no competition. So you're just irreplaceable, literally. And
Because
yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And you just need your personal brand is just something that is a personal process, because the most important part of personal brand is personality. It's what makes you unique and interesting. And that is the reason people want to spend time with you, right? So basically, it's why you live your life, why you do what you do. And this is, you're not bragging by telling about your accomplishment, you're living that life. And that is a lot more valuable than just promoting yourself. It's kind of feels like I can smell like insecurity when you're only telling people how great I am. But when other people promote you and they tell the world how great you are, it's a huge difference. Yeah, so that is how authority is built. It's authentic process, and this is what you cannot buy for money, truly, because this is like life, living in greatness. So you don't even have to tell people what you believe in, like what are your values. You cannot start conversation, this is my values. You show their values by living them. Basically, you're living that life very authentically, very naturally, and you get very simple. So this is the question. Like basically, if anyone wants the simple formula for succeeding in life, is you can get everything you want in life by giving people what they want in life. Because we all have needs, we all have things that we are the best at, because like you cannot you need shoes to wear, but you cannot make your shoes yourself. So someone has to make them for you. So someone has a special talent and unique ability and create a successful business by selling shoes. So you buy it. You cannot always grow your food. So you go to the market. Farmers do their best because they care to provide you the food. Someone needs real estate, and we have people who are the best on the market for that. So when you think about something that you want, if the name pops up about the authority, like when I think about, I need some motivation, I need some like more psychological session. When I think about it, I have an image of Ksenia Olbut, and that's how people were like naturally drawn to you. So basically, that's very simple, but that is my mission, to show that, to share that, to make this difference in lives of many people, because not everyone is aware of this. That is even more important, to not make mistakes that people, without knowing how personal brand works, they're trying to do. And these mistakes can lead to more harm and a lot of disappointment and time wasted.
Which kind of mistakes, Anna? Could you tell us, please, which kind of mistakes will be very, very harmful for a personal brand?
Oh, of course, sure. I mean, I have a list of mistakes because that's how I start work with a lot of clients. Well, first of all, is not knowing who you are and your values. By like mistake number one is thinking that when you create social media profile, life of glamour, and by randomly, without like thinking what you're doing, it's a disaster, really. By randomly, chaotically posting whatever, saying whatever. So mistake number one is not to think about your personal brand, not consider how important it is. When people check out in whatever restaurants, they posting anything, when they're saying, today they're saying one thing. So I had, for example, it could be someone who's concerned about the environment, and they care, they work in this sector, they're big authority. It's important to be conscious. So when, like, example from my work, then instead of having like a glossy expensive business card, we created business card made of recycled material. So this is something very simple, very basic, but that really shows that the person cares. See, even my business card is very simple, but I did not harm any resources by making it. Or basically, if you see this person talking about the environment, but then you see he's eating, he's using a lot of plastic things, or he's like trashing the environment without like doing this work consciously, or not recycling, then kind of trust disappears to that person, right? So, and you do not need to attract people by creating this fake persona, thinking that they will be impressed. No, they won't. I think I watched an interview. It was like Seth. This is a great example. You know, in Monaco, Monte Carlo, there's like a playground for adults. There's a casinos, and there are a lot of wealthy people that spend a lot of time there. And you see the most expensive cars in the world, like Ferraris and all. There's like most the cars. They literally cost a lot of money. And in some of the cars, there is a note for the tourists. It's okay to take a picture with it, but please don't touch it, don't sit on it. So like, because they know that someone walking by will want to take a photo with a Ferrari, not their Ferrari, not what they earned, but because taking picture with something that is expensive and this is cool will make them cool. Don't do that. Because trying to be too fake will harm you more if you don't know how to do it. Because with social media, personal brand is a tool. it's a very powerful instrument, but just as the fire. So you can prepare the food for your family, or you can burn your house, or you can use the language to write inspiring speech or the business proposal, or you can use the language in a harmful way to make a lot of damage to people. So with any instruments in your kitchen or a pen, anything. So it's important to know the rules, to not doing this work unconsciously. And that is why I think the guidance is important, because people, but it's our ego that we want to be looked like, to be successful, to be pretty, and we put our best photos on profiles, which is totally normal. We are women, we want to be beautiful. But when I see, there's a huge disconnect if you see the profile picture of glamorous, photoshopped, like movie star, and when you see the person in real life, oh my God, you see the difference. There's something clearly wrong. When wrong, you cannot be trusting this person. So even your image online, it could be gently polished, but it should not be different than how you live your life. And how you look, and it should be updated, because if your photo is from 10 years ago when you look 10 years younger, or 20 kilos lighter, and then when you see people on video, it's a clearly disconnect, and you're sending this conflicting messages to people, and also sometimes, well, you need to also currently update, have regular headshots, even change of season. Like in our country, in Russia, you see something that is like people have a profile picture with their winter holidays and Christmas, but this is summertime now. So you need to consciously build this strategy, like a blueprint, and that's what we're doing. Okay, great. Did I answer your question? Let's see if there's anyone else has questions. Yes.
Yep. I want to add something. It's to pretend to wear the mask and trying to show the best of you, but in fact you are not who you are. All the time to pretend, to trying to be someone who is not inside you. It's very, very harmful. It's very, very difficult. So, but from the beginning, some people, and it was my mistake as well. I start to pretend a little bit before I work with you, because I didn't know who I am. I didn't know how to react. I didn't know how to perform myself to the whole world. And to pretend, it's just we hide our fears, because first of all, when you work with personal brand, a lot of fears, they can appear inside you. And this is also very important, to have a coach, to have a mentor who will help you to get rid of them, who will help you to calm down and to find inner peace inside.
Absolutely. So very true. Yes, because you do not need to go to stereotypes how the businesswoman should look like, with putting all the brand's clothes, having a photo on like a private jet with a Louis Vuitton bag. It's the stereotype, but the whole idea of personal branding, it's totally ruins it. And it's better sometimes not to do anything than do something that can be potentially wrong for you. I think I saw some questions from the audience. I think it would be great to, okay, we have a lot. So please, Farida, yes, Farida, we both can answer because we're all experts here. So can share our wisdom. Yes, I think, okay, great. So how can we say questions from the audience? Yes, Farida?
Hello, Miss Anna.
Yes.
Hello, greeting from the mystical islands of Zanzibar. That's a very wonderful presentation. And I would like to come back to what you've said. Branding, self-branding is not static. It's something that you can rebrand as you evolve. So my question comes, imagine you're evolving, probably your values, maybe your values want the one that you have now. And then when you try to showcase something new to people, isn't that going to be contradicting? Thank you. That's the question.
Great question. Well, first of all, like Zanzibar is a place that's definitely on my list to visit. And as for the evolution, it is, I don't see the contradiction here, just because you have your authentic core of who you are. If you do the branding work on the first place, then you're adding, it's like a step. It's who you were before, you accepting it and you're growing. It's not that you can go dramatically change your field, like you were a doctor doing brain surgery and then suddenly you're a lawyer. It takes years, we say 10,000 hours to become a professional. So by evolution, you're adding more values, you're adding and improving. And what you compare yourself is not like to yourself to the different person, but with someone who you were before. Like we could see in Ksenia's case, who she was a totally different person 10 years ago, but there's no contradiction because she's still the same with values and dreams. It's just now you see more refined, more evolved, more successful. And this is a great way to, because I don't know individually your case, but basically when you go to school, you study first arithmetic, so you learn how to read and write and do basic calculations, and then by the end of the school you do algebra, geometry, physics, other science. So but they're built on the skills that you had before. So by accepting who you were and seeing this, like showing in the right way the evolution through your transformation, then you can present your new self by showing your true values, but adding, evolving, improving your image, your career, professional things. And usually even people change fields, they usually find something that is quite similar. Like say, I try to use examples from like my real work. Like for example, like I can my experience. I have my degree in journalism and in teaching, so that was my background. And it was many years ago, I started my career working as a school teacher. And that is a great skills to present to the audience, to communicate, to listen. So I'm not a school teacher anymore. I don't work in school, but that was me. I can use these skills to transfer that to my professional world. So now I can speak to the, like all over the world, 135 countries, to being on the world stage. I was working, presenting at the United Nations. It's the same skills, that same values, same abilities, but better, evolving. Does it make sense? Sorry, did I answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, great. We have some more time. Any more questions or comments? Otherwise, we can continue. Yes, so yes, Ksenia, if you have anything to add about the like evolution in, if you have, okay.
I would like add something, because what I had before about my experience, I used to have, as I told you, my event agency, and my first diploma is I'm international economist, and this also, that knowledge which I got, which I experienced before, now I implement them in my field, and my field like a psychologist, like a coach, for example, because I'm working with a successful businessmen, men and women, and my knowledge in economics, for example, about all the business process, because I used to be the owner of my own company, I can help people to create the vision, I can guide them. So everything what you experience in your life, even it's bad experience, it's your own experience. So use it, don't throw it away. Just try to find something good, even it was a dramatical experience. Try to recycle it, try to find the bright side of this. And about, because all the time we are talking about relationship, it's also very important. And also from that field, you can get your experience from about how you were treated when you were a child. A lot of fears may come from that past. And also personal branding, it helps to recycle, it helps it to digest and to find the inner core, inner power to perform yourself in a totally different light. So if you still have any doubts about yourself, about your values, about your inner ethics, about your unique, what you have, what uniqueness you have, just try to answer a few questions. Who you are, what is your biggest gift in your life, how you can sparkle, how you can shine more, what you can deliver to that people who is around you. So this is the most important for me, and the priority for me also to be kind, to find that inner kindness and to share, because personal brand is also about good trends in your character. Show people, and you will be a great example how they could do, how they can change their inner lives. This is what I want to tell.
Absolutely. And I just want to add and conclude, this is another important thing about business, that the nature of most entrepreneurs, that you can have more than one business in life. And if you only concentrated on business brand, like your company, then when you change your business, you have another company, then you basically have to start all the branding work all over again. But when you have a personal brand, then you will always have this circle of friends and clients, fans, devoted people to you who will always follow you. And no matter how many businesses you create, how many spheres and how much you evolve, that is that also the benefits that you have your group, your people, people who of your followers, you'll transfer them automatically to the next stage of your life, because a lot of things can change. But the way you present yourself, it's important, because you need to define where, by defining exactly what you said, your values, you're recognizing what you can offer. That works in business a lot, actually, because imagine you're coming to the restaurant that offers like all possible, there's one chef, but he can cook pizza and sushi and some African food and Russian borscht and foie gras, all of it. When you start voting, really, how can, because if you want pizza, you go to the best Italian restaurant. If you want a sushi, you probably would trust someone who is an expert in that. So it is very important with what you do to be clear what you are offering, right? So by the personality, with your personal brand and values and your unique qualities, you build authentic relationship with your audience. But with business, it is different, where you can offer the best way. I've learned a lot for businesses how to sell their services from restaurants, actually. When you come to the restaurant, there's an appetizer or something that people can have a taste of your service. Then you have a main course, and all the tips and tricks and everything that I sometimes offer is like a dessert that you can indulge in. And there's some coffee, espresso shots. But being clear with what you offer, who you are, it can bring you the best success possible. Because I don't separate business and life. It's a part of it. I cannot call a person successful who maybe has a lot of money, but they're living a miserable life. And also people who are only doing yoga and but they're not making any money. it can hardly be successful. I believe in harmony of all. Yes, we have a question. Manho Takashi, yes, please.
Hey, how are you? This is President Mankhole from Lesotho.
Yeah, Lesotho, wonderful. Yes.
I've been listening attentively, and I must say, you always inspire me because your eyes are always out there. You speak with such confidence, and I just love the things that you say all the time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm in a Southern African small country, which is an island in South Africa, within South Africa, totally surrounded by South Africa.
Wow.
I originate from Botswana. The
Amazing.
beauty of COVID is it's brought sisters together, intellectuals together, and we were one good family with one vision.
That's so true.
And we are coming up with a generation of children who are global children. Nobody has an Italian taste.
Yeah.
Nobody has my children don't have a truly African authentic taste. Why? Because there's always pasta in the house. But I do not know how to cook pasta like an Italian. So I put my African cuisine and they have that kind of element in it. What I want to say to the women today, my sister is married to a South African who lives in Chicago, and the children are more American than George Floyd.
Oh my God, yes.
You know what I mean? And this is what we should be embracing right now as well, women leading change, and saying our diet is going to change. The tastes of our taste buds. I don't. Pardon me. I don't agree that we're going to go to an Italian restaurant and the Italians are going to be the best pizzarians, because the new generation is totally, their taste buds are messed up. We have messed up our children's taste buds. And maybe that's what God wants. I don't know. But how do we as business women, how do we as intellectuals of the world ensure that we don't lose our ethnicity, we don't lose our originality, but maintain this energy, this beautiful energy of business, of integrating each other and understanding that my sister may be in Russia, she is still a sister and she's going through the same thing that I'm going through.
Absolutely.
So how do we really do it, ladies? Because we are looking forward to the Dubai Expo. It's a 6 months duration expo. How do we present ourselves? How do we brand ourselves? What do I say to my children? And I grew up in Botswana, diplomatic, one-party state, so to speak, but very, very democratic. I'm married in Lesotho, and we have our political turmoils. We literally change government every 2 years. I worked in the USA, and I studied for over 5 years in the UK. Wow. And my children cannot speak any language fluently or affluently. They proclaim, because of our African culture, that they are Basotho and they speak their father's language, but their accent is a concoction, a combination of errors. And this is what the Asian child is going through. This is what the African child is going through. This is what Zoom has brought to our lives. My question to you, wonderful panelists, how do we rebrand ourselves? How do we do it? Because I studied as a fashion designer, but I'm heading an educational and academic, financial and technological driven higher institution, a university. But I'm a hands-on person. Over to you.
Thank you for your beautiful and very strong message. You're a beautiful woman, beautiful person. I can feel that. And I suggest we need another panel to talk more about it in detail. It's not the question that can be answered in one sentence, in 2 words. Thank you. So nice to see you. You're so beautiful. But like your country is really, truly a gem in the world. And answering this, I'll just give you the short answer. And if you like, you can reach to me. We can talk more, or in the next panel, we'll go deeper. And that's what I suggest to any of us, is to connect with your values, because what you expressed was so genuine and so authentic. This is what your experience lived, very personal, and no one could be to understand exactly what you're going through unless being on your skin and walking your path. It's very challenging, and it's also very inspiring. And I think we all need to tell you our stories more by sharing and doing that in authentic way, the way who you really are, your culture, that what forms you. Because I see the light in every person, that there's like a light that we all have, but your culture, your country, it is like the filter. Because like I see like the lamp, there's like a projector, and the filter can be the different colors. And that color is made with your language and your authentic food, with what you grew up with, everything. And because every light is different, that what makes us very special. But most important is having this light. So I encourage you to speak more, to share more, connect more, and look for people who can truly understand you, because you're not for everyone, and not everyone deserves to hear your story. But surrounding, like, you will discover there's so many people are like you, and together you can do so much more, because nobody can do this alone. And that's what we're all here for, each other, so we can support each other and make the big change together. That is absolutely impossible when you're alone. Just knowing you're not the only one doing this, it could be truly vast. So I hope we will not be like too much time. We went a little bit over, but I hope it was worth it as like a final message, because we all have so much more to say. So we'll just.
Well, let's connect again. Let's talk maybe outside the meeting. And Krishna, you look wow, girl. You know, I looked at you and I was like, once upon a time. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful expression. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
From New York to Africa. Yes. Thank you so much. And I want to thank Ksenia for joining us today from Cyprus. And truly, it's something that, because I like to showcase my work, because this is something I'm very proud of. And I think this is the great way to live life, the way it is. So I'm sure we'll communicate more. Hopefully we'll all at some point sooner we'll meet when traveling is possible. And I just want to thank everyone who attended. And if just one, even just a little, if you got just a little value out of it, then your life can be a little bit better than before the session, then I'm truly honored. This is this is a great reward for me, to make like a little dent in the universe, to make this little things. If we all do that, well, tomorrow will be living in a better world for everyone. We just have to create
and
it.
Also, I want to tell everyone big thanks from all my heart. For me, it's a big pleasure to see your eyes, to feel your energy from all the parts of our world. And girls, don't be afraid to have a strong message, because we are strong women. We have a lot of power. We are unique. We can change our lives. We can change the lives of our surroundings. Just be strong, and we have each other.
Yes, world women leading change matter. Yes. And now we have, I think we have an inspirational, we have a song at the end, which will be like the best part of it. Yes, I think that's how we conclude the meeting. So I just want to conclude the meeting and by just again expressing my gratitude to everyone, and thank you everyone. And I think, Nadia, we have the song. That's how we conclude it. So just send you the prayers to everything you're doing from New York City to so many countries. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Yes, and Nadia, I think we have a song. Yes, okay. And or otherwise, we can, yes.
Didn't change. No, I'm not the one. I'm not the song. Nadia. Nadia.
Okay.
President Mangola, you have a good voice.
Yes, I'm sure we had some amazing music.
That's not what everybody thinks at home. When I sing in the shower, my mom asks me who I'm talking to.
Nadia, can you put the song?
Okay.
I think she's sleeping.
Oh, yes. That was I know that working.
It's been a long weekend.
Leading change. We are the woman leading change, leading change. We are the woman leading change. Where is the songwriter?
President Ella, wow, you also have a good voice. I think President Mangola
Nadia, awake now.
Ella can sing the song.
Anna, love you so much from Jakarta. Looking forward to see you soon.
Of course, now good.
We are the woman leading change, leading change. We are the woman leading change, leading change. We are the woman leading change, leading change. We are the woman leading change for our people, for our countries, for everyone in the world. Love, peace, needed in this world. Endurance, needed in this world. Forgiveness, needed in this world. Unity, needed in this world. Yes, African woman leading change. Antarctican woman leading change. Yes, Asia woman leading change. Yes, Australia woman leading change. Yes, Europe woman leading change. Yes, North America. Yes, South America woman leading change. Kalirato fella, Kalirato fella, woman leading change. Kalitabo fella, Kalitabo fella, woman leading change. Gotando pella, Gotando pella, woman leading change. Yes, Indonesia. Yes, Ayla. Yes, Ayla, woman leading change. Yes, Indonesia. We thank you, world woman leading change.
So much. Thank you. Yeah, over the next time. So the best is yet to come, as always I say. Thank you so much. So thank you, ladies. Go to back New York work.
Thank
day.
you, Anna. Love you. Love you.
Thank you so much for the wonderful.
Thank you. It's a truly, I think they will be recording because I still want to see there's so many things that will definitely be something I will probably rewatch to see how.
Thank you. Bye.
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 Bye. Thank you.
Bye.